Hello makeup lover and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you have already been here before. If not, my name is Malene. I am a Danish makeup artist living in Barcelona in Spain. For today's two different looks, I pulled out this guy over here, the new holiday collection from Pat McGrath 2023. And this is the part of the collection called Bijoux Brilliance, and this palette is called Starstruck Splendour. If you want to see how I did these two different looks, then hang in and I will show you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or good ideas for future content, please put it in the comment box. And of course, if you like videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. It will be awesome to have you join. Now, let's go ahead and do some makeup, shall we? On my eye area, I have a little bit of foundation, and on top of that, I put on the newest Intensifies Longwear Eye Primer. Gonna start first look off with the Forever Nude on a Blender Pro brush, and I'm just gonna stamp it on to begin with to place the color here, and then I'm gonna blend it upwards a little bit and back and forth. And this is just the base, so to speak, and this is, I think actually this is the lightest color in the palette. There's also this lilac purple kind of shade. I'm not sure if it's actually a little bit lighter because it has such a different color tone than this. With my mini booster from Sonia G, I am gonna put on a little bit of Serene Sienna. It's a little bit deeper than the previous color, and I'm putting that here in my crease and blending it into the other color. Going a little bit closer to the inner part of the eye area here. Dipped into Mythic Majesty with my soft definer, and I'm gonna put that here directly in the crease, the lowest point of the three eyeshadow, actually it is the lowest point of the three eyeshadows. I was just gonna say the two eyeshadows I already put on. So now I have created a depth here. With my Builder Pro, I am gonna put on a little bit of Eternal Bronze. And I'm putting that on the outer part of my eyelid here and going into the crease with it so you don't have any harsh, or so I don't have any harsh lines from one color to another. I think we're gonna need a little bit more of that color. A little bit more of the bronzy shade here, so it shows up a little bit more. Like so. Dip the same brush into the Emerald Eclipse. I'm just gonna mix that into the bronzy color here, so it's gonna be a lovely warm and classic look with a pop of color. On my flat definer brush from Sonia G, I have on the, I think it was called Fawn Fantasia. It's the golden light color that's in the middle of the palette. And I am just gonna mix that into the green. On the under eye, or under my eye, I put on a little bit of foundation. So now I'm gonna put on the Forever Nude and use that as an eyeliner here with my flat definer brush. I'm gonna go not all the way in, but until where the tear ducts start, so to speak, so to say. I'm looking in the mirror here, that's why I'm looking down a little bit. Dipped into the darkest color of the palette, the Mythic Majesty. And I'm going to use that as an eyeliner too with my flat definer brush. As close to the lash line as possible. I feel that this look can use an eyeliner, so that's what I'm going to give it. Sorry. And this will make a little bit of difference when I put on the mascara. Back with some mascara on, and this is what it looks like. If you feel like this is a little bit too boring for you, you can always spice it up a little bit by dipping your finger into opalescent moonstone, sorry, and just press that on here on the middle of the eyelid. That will give it a little bit more of a pop. I was debating whether or not to put on some false lashes, and as you can see, I put on some false lashes. Now I'm going to go on to the next eye. For this eye look, I'm going to start with some Dawn Divinity, the lilac purplish leaning color with the Blender Pro. And as a primer, I'm just wearing a tiny bit of foundation. That's it. And I'm just stamping the color on, and after that I'm gonna slightly and gently move it upwards in circular motions and windshield wiper motions like this. On my lower lash line, I'm going to use the same color with my, I think it's called Soft Definer. Now I forgot. I just used it on the other eye, but yeah, I tend to forget what the brushes are called. It was Soft Definer, the name of the brush, of course. And a little bit more of the same color. And I'm just going to smoke it out and into the top here. And with the small brush, I'm going in a little bit more into the inner corner here on the upper part. Gently. With my ring finger, I dipped it into the palette, into the lightest green color. I'm going to put that here on the inner part of my eyelid. Dipped into the same color, and I'm going to put it on the outer part of my eyelid. I was just about to say lilac. I don't know why I wanted to say that. Here we go. On the middle, we need something to spice it up a little bit, the opalescent moonstone. And here, because I got a bit of flecks, oh, that's interesting. You can see that it's actually not just blue, it's like pinkish, peach, bluish color with some green specks also. I wanted to keep this eye look a little bit lighter, so that's why I did not put any eyeliner on. But I did put on mascara, as you can see. I'm going to go off cam and put on some lashes. And here's the final look with some false lashes. I'm now going to go off cam and put on a full face of makeup so you can see what it looks like with a full face of makeup. This is it. This is the finished look, or the two finished looks with a full face of makeup. I'm now going to put on my glasses like so. And I'm going to see if I can remember to tell you all the things I'm wearing on my face. Of course, I have the foundation. I think it's a light medium or medium 8. And I did not set it with any setting powder. I use a blurring powder for the under eyes here and there where I felt it was needed. On my cheeks, I put on a little bit of a nude honey bronzer, also from Pat McGrath. And as a blush, I used the Coral Blush from the palette. On top of that, as a highlighter, I pulled out my Golden Nectar. I don't know if you can see it, I hope so. And on the lips, I am wearing a tiny bit amount of Flesh 5. And on top of that, the Dreamscape Opulist Lip Gloss. Now, about the palette. It's a nice palette. It's a lovely palette. But to me, I feel like it's a little bit too much of a mid-tone palette with a couple of pops. And that's it. You can't really do that much with it. Well, that's the way I feel, because some of the colors are close to each other. They're not that, there's not that much of a difference between those that you really need or you use to build up a look. I love the greens and I love the opalescent moonstone, and that was a reason for me to get that palette, because I wasn't going to get it, but then I found a discount code, and you know what happens if I find a discount code. I'm going to get things I was not going to get anyway. But I like the palette. I do not love it. Is it something I'm going to use a lot? Nah. But it's a nice palette, and if you want to have like a basic palette, and the blushes, Nymphette blush is lovely. I already have that, so that's why I tried on the other one. It's a good palette. It's not the same quality as Italian formula eyeshadow for sure. These ones are a little bit more, I don't know if it's a good word to say dusty, but they are a little bit more dry, and they're not that pigmented. But it's okay. It's, for the price point, it's okay, I would say. So if you like these two different looks, please give a thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, or good ideas for future content, please put it in the comment box. And of course, if you like videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Now I want to thank you so much for taking your time out of your daily schedule to watch this video, and I hope you'll have an awesome day. Thank you so much. Bye. Mwah.